Please stand up. Okay. A very good afternoon to everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. Just call me Benjamin. I'm Benjamin. This talk actually is a conjunction with the UNIRAZAK e-orientation day. So they invited me to give a quick talk about older workers in aging society. So no worry, my talk is just not more than 1 hour. Okay, very fast, okay? Okay, because I cannot show you any PowerPoint slide, I can't show you, that's why I can only talk like this one. So today, my topic is about older workers in aging society. Older workers in aging society. First thing first, how to define older workers? How to define older persons? Okay, in English, some say senior citizen, some say elderly, some say older persons. But is it possible we use a standardized terms based on WHO, World Health Organization, WHO? They use one term only, which is older persons. Older persons. In Malay, orang tua. This is the standard term for the older persons. That's why even though in the newspaper they say senior citizens, elderly, but that one is not good. If in academic, we just use one term, which is the older persons. That's why every year is the older person day. It's not a senior citizen day or elderly day. It's the older person day. That's why for this talk, my first point actually is, in future, use a very standard term, which is older persons. Okay? Then older workers, meaning that they are already 60 years old, or they are those already upon the retirement age. It could be 55, it could be 58, it could be 60. But as long as they are upon retirement age, then it's considered as the older workers. Older workers. Now, my next point is older workers in aging society. In aging society. How to define aging? How to define aging society? Okay, some say that the society, the community got elderly, got senior citizen. No. Okay, I want to use a very academic way to define aging society. Again, I use the same organization, World Health Organization. They clearly stated that, they stated that as long as this is your country, this is one country, as long as 7% of the total population, they are 60 years old and above, then considered as the aging society. Yeah, maybe I'm too fast just now. How to define older persons, am I right? Some say 55, some say 58, but based on WHO, there's only one answer, enam puluh, 60 years old and above. If let's say I am 52 years old, sorry, not qualified yet as an older person. I am 57, sorry, not qualified yet. You must be 60 and above, then you are officially become older persons. Okay? I know different country might have a different definition. We are using biological age. It means based on your birthday, your biological age. As long as you reach to 60 years old, then consider old. But not this old not mean that your mentally is old, whatever. It's just that biological age, we define that 60 and above will be the older persons. Now, let's go for aging society. Aging society means that as long as your country or one state, where the total population, more than 7% of the population in that country, elderly, then considered as the aged country or aging country. Negara tua. Okay, 7%. Is this a very scary number? Is this a scary number? Okay, because this is a Santai talk, okay, it's a very relaxed, very informal talk. I don't want to go to very, very academic. But if you are free, at the same time, you can open another browser, you just type Malaysia, older person percentage. Malaysia, proportion or percentage of the older person. Then you will find that, in fact, Malaysia, we are approaching to 7%. Even our country, Malaysia, is already approaching 7% of older person. Total population, total population. Is he saying that Malaysia is going to be an aged country? Based on the number, is yes. Based on the number, is yes. Is this a very, very common student? Sorry, okay, my friends, it's not student, my friends, okay. There are some countries already in the aged country, aged nation. Switzerland, Japan, the elderly, the older person population is already greater, is already more than 7%. The country is considered, is defined as the aged country already. It's fine. Every country one day will reach to that stage. But just that Malaysia, we are moving to that directions already. Then maybe now you are driving or having your lunch, okay? Maybe in your mind you just ask this question. Okay, ma? Okay, Malaysia, even though more than 7% are the elderly, still okay, right? Student, not really okay one. Okay, not really okay one. Meaning that in future, let's say in future, right now, okay, 1 out of every 10 persons you meet in future will be elderly. So maybe in 2050, now it's 2020, am I right? 2050, another 30 years. Now, I presume you are now 30 years old. In the next 30 years, you are 60 years old. Just ngam for you, just nice for you, you are the elderly, am I right? But at that time, if you go to the shopping center, 1 out of every 10. You imagine that, Mid-Valley, IOI, am I right, shopping center. You park your car, you walk into the shopping center, every 10, 1 out of every 10 consumer clients there are elderly, are older person 60 and above. When this will happen? In the next 30 years. 2050, based on the number, okay? But who knows, the number will be we are a bit faster or slower, but you imagine that you just make, okay, bear in mind, maybe 2045, but I give a discount, okay? 2050, maybe 2050. This is my answer, okay? This is my answer based on the figures. Now, next question. Okay, this country got many elderly, this country got many older persons, this country got many senior citizens. What are the consequences? Is there any big harms to Malaysia? Well, you imagine it's like this. More and more older persons in Malaysia. Fine. They are in a good health, they can live longer, am I right? But most of the older person, upon the retirement age, they stop working. 50 years old, 55 or 60 years old. When they stop working, no more salary already. No more monthly salary already. Wages, payment, salary. If they don't have income, if they don't have a salary, they are not going to pay the income tax. Oh, now I get it. When more and more elderly in the country, meaning that this country got the baby, got the toddler, got the teenagers, got the working adult, and then got the elderly. If more and more working adult, they have the income, they pay income tax. But in the next 20 years, in the next 30 years, is in the entire country, more and more elderly, then if let's say majority of them stop working, then no income already. When no income, no income tax. From the economic point of view, then the income tax collected, the tax collected will be reduced. Number of older persons up, income tax drop. Clear for this one. This is the second point for this Sunday talk. Remember, number of older persons up, tax collected will drop. If more and more elderly, they stop working. If they stop working, right? Now, next point. Why they want to working? Why they want to keep working? Malaysia scenario. If they are 60 years old, right now, they walk into the HR department. Hello, HR manager. I am now 60 years old already. Is it possible you renew my contract? Is it possible you renew my contract? I still want to work. I still want my salary. Then you need to ask this question: why this older person, already in the 60 years old, they still want to continue working? I got some research here. The main answer actually is they still want money. They still want money. They are not really financial independence yet. Their financial status is not strong yet. They still depend on the money. Some say that I want the company medical card. So as long as I work, company give me a medical card, so I can go to the hospital, something like this, am I right? So this is the main reason. Again, financial status. Financial status. It also implies that they don't have a very good financial planning since young. But bear in mind, Malaysia, our Merdeka, our Independence Day, we are just about 60 years old history. And they are the 60 years old generation. It means that these are the people, they are born before independence. At that time, not all the people have the equal chance to enter university or formal education. Let's say some of them are no education at all or less education. And these people now, retirement age already, it will be difficult for them to get another job or even a contract job, am I right? That's the problem. Now, my third point, this is my third point. Don't you think education is important? Don't you think education is one of the bullet, is one of the bargaining power for you to continue working upon retirement age? Upon the retirement age, am I right? That's why UNIRAZAK invited me today to give a very quick talk about aging, older workers in aging society. Have a look. More and more, will be more and more older workers in the aging society. And then we are getting older and older and older. Why you want to continue doing your master? Finish another PhD. This is a plan B. This is the plan B for us. We work now, maybe after retirement age, we want to have another work. Then this is the bullet. HR, I've got a master degree. I've got a PhD. I'm a doctor. So that this is compared to those with a lower education, then they will take you, they will absorb you first as the worker. To me, education is still the key, one of the main key for the HR to recruit you, to continue the employ you. Go to the former labor force participation. This is my point. Okay. This is the YouTube. If you have any questions you want to ask me, you can type it out. If I can answer you, I will answer you. Okay, now let's go to another point. I want to go for this point. Okay, regarding the saving, older person saving. Remember, as long as I work, I contribute to EPF. I contribute to my social security. Let's say my salary is 10 minutes, so every month, 1 minute will go to my EPF, my social security, am I right? When I reach to the retirement age, I can go to the EPF. I want to get back my money by lump sum or by monthly basis, am I right? This is also called a compulsory saving forced by the government. This is good, meaning that we have a saving in old age. Upon retirement age, we have a saving to sustain our daily expenditure, our daily expenses. So, don't you think this is a good system? Because as long as you keep working, even though upon retirement age, you keep working, you still contribute to this compulsory saving. So in this case, it can guarantee your later life. This is also one of the reasons why the workers, they prefer to continue working, because it's a guarantee to their financial status in future or financial status in old age. Clear for this one? Okay, done. Now, if you are free, okay, you can just search my name. I got one article. It's about how the HR manager view about the older workers in Malaysia. Okay, I interview those HR manager or HR manager, HR executive. I interview them. I give them questions and I say, hello, HR manager, what is your first impression towards the elderly worker? About the older worker, are they slow? Are they stubborn? Or are they prudent? Are they calm? So I ask one by one. I give them question A. After that, again, this is a Santai talk. I don't want to go into a very, very academic way. I give you the answer. In general, Malaysia HR personnel, Malaysia HR manager, they are still holding a very, very positive impression, positive attitude towards older workers. Means that they accept older workers. But of course, again, go back to my second point. One of the main bullets, one of the main bargaining power for the elderly worker, for the older workers to continue working is their education level. If you can prove that you have a very high education level, then most likely the HR will take you. Maybe because of your experience and because of your education level. Am I right? Now, I want to go back. You can have a look from my background here. This is the UNIRAZAK. Today is our e-orientation day. Again, this Santai talk is in conjunction with our UNIRAZAK e-orientation week. If you think that you have the motivations to further your master, you really want to look for a good university to further your PhD, you may just open another browser, www.unirazak.edu.my. We offer master, we offer degree, we offer PhD as well, both in a conventional method or online distance learning method. We call it ODL. Again, ODL, online distance learning. Means that your entire awards, your entire degree can be just through online. No need to go to the campus here because you are working, am I right? Most of the time, our class is evening time. Maybe it's night time, from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. night time. After you settle down your family, and then open your computer, lecturer start teaching like this one. It's an online lecture. Again, this is my classroom. This is how I teach. My whiteboard is there. My camera, my voice is like this. This is basically an online, it's a mock lecture already. If you are comfortable with this kind of online lecture, you can learn something, then you may consider for the online courses as well. Again, UNIRAZAK offer degree, UNIRAZAK offer master, UNIRAZAK offer PhD as well. More details about the programs, you can refer to the www.unirazak.edu.my. I think I need to stop for today's Sunday talk. Anyway, thanks for your time. Thank you for your time to learn about this topic, older workers in aging society. There's no question so far. So thank you. I will end for today's session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.